dig up a past I swore and stay buried.
You will always be a monster.
Ares! I have nothing more to hide.
The ghost of Sparta had been born.
Did Thor really kill Kratos in God of War Ragnarok? Well, that's a topic that's been debated since the game's release just a month ago, and all because of this one shocking scene.
Was it luck? Did my son die? Blind fucking luck! Dumbass! You think you can come here, become a daddy, get a clean slate? That ain't how it works. You're a destroyer, like me. Oh no. I say when we're done. I'm not leaving till I see the real you. Get up!
Some people are convinced that Kratos was killed by Thor in this scene, while others believe, well, otherwise. And I'm here to settle the debate once and for all. First, let's note down what we know for sure. In the scene, Kratos is struggling to push back Mjolnir as the player repeatedly smashes the circle button, when suddenly Kratos is pushed back, struck by the hammer, and knocked out. The loading screen fades in, indicating Kratos is dead and that the player failed the minigame. But then we hear Thor's voice, and Kratos is electrocuted by the hammer and brought back up on his feet to fight the God of Thunder once more. So what's really going on here? Let's see. To understand if Kratos actually died right there and then, we need to understand what kills you after someone is knocked out. And there are usually two things that bring about someone's death after they are beaten unconscious, like in Kratos' case. 1. Fatal damage to the brain, and 2. A physiological response where people stop breathing and the brain is starved of oxygen. Let's look at the first potential cause of death, brain damage, and explain why it couldn't have been Kratos' cause of death. The answer is very obvious and many of you may already know it. Kratos has a healing factor that we see displayed more than once in the recent God of War games, a healing factor that he passed on to his own son, Atreus.
I feel nothing, but you feel everything, yet you keep trying. I'm not my brother, and if you'd given me what I wanted, it wouldn't have ended this way. But...
Atreus! 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 Atreus!
What?
First, focus. Heal.
What happened?
You do not remember.
So to assume Kratos could have died due to brain damage doesn't make sense, since his brain would have healed automatically. So then let's look at the possibility that Kratos could have died due to oxygen deprivation. It is possible that Kratos could have stopped breathing, and so his brain was starved of oxygen, and so his brain cells started dying faster than his brain could heal, and so Kratos' heart stopped, and maybe that's why Thor jump-started him. That sounds very plausible, except there's one problem. It would have taken at least a minute for Kratos' brain to start decaying, let alone for his heart to stop. And the time between Kratos being knocked out and brought back up again is about 10 seconds. So no matter how we put it, Kratos couldn't have died in that time span. It is possible Kratos could have been dying, but we'll never really know the truth. And all I could tell you is that Kratos couldn't have died in those 10 seconds. In conclusion, there are really only two things that could have happened. One, Kratos was knocked out but alive and the shock woke him up. Or two, Kratos was knocked out and dying but the shock saved him. In neither case does Kratos actually die. Personally, I'm leaning towards the second conclusion, where Kratos was knocked out and dying but the shock saved him. A lot of people may not like that, but why else would the game have faded into the loading screen after the incident? It is to indicate that he was dying, and that really shouldn't be shocking. In the old games, Kratos died all the time. Death simply just couldn't hold him.
I see why my sons fell to you. Even this lesser version of you. But I am not my sons. And your boy, Allfather, has plans for him. There he is. There's the god of war. Consider your blood debt paid. Be seeing you.